that makes sense. Let's talk about the late night game here. Tampa Bay Buccaneers 6-8, 2-4 on the road to Arizona Cardinals 4-10, 1-7 at home. State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. We'll start with the line history in this one. This is the final game on Christmas night, and then we have a Monday nighter, and then we are done here. The Arizona Cardinals open +4. They're now +6. This 6 was juiced to -111. It's now +103 for the +6 for the Cardinals. From a total side of things, opened up at 40.5, now at 41.5. We'll take a look at the cash flow here. They've given the most line value on the entire card. Sports Insights given the most implied line value on these next two games. And this one, it's on the Buccaneers. 68% of tickets, 95% of cash, 60% line value, maybe 65. And then on the total, we have 59% of tickets on the under, but no help on the cash flow with this under. Buccaneers come off 34-23 loss. I saw them get outscored 31-6 in the fourth quarter. Brady lost for the first time in his 23-year career after leading by at least 17 points. He was 89-0 in such situations. He was single-handedly responsible for 4 turnovers. I expect him to be a lot better here and care about this game. He's been intercepted 4 times in the past 2 weeks after only throwing 3 interceptions in the first 12 games of the year. You know, these games still matter to him, and they can still win the division. He finished 30 of 44 for 312 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. Godwin, 8 catches for 83 and a touchdown. Mike Evans, 5 for 83. Russell Gage caught 8 for 59 and 2 touchdowns. Fournette, 10 carries for 44 yards, caught 4 for 30. The defense was strong, but they were hamstringed by turnovers, and of course the Bengals will step on your throat. They held the Bengals to 237 total yards, completely shut down the Bengals running game, 53 yards on 21 carries, got pressure on Burrow, finishing with 2 sacks, 7 quarterback hits, but they couldn't stop them in the red zone where they went 4 or 5. You don't need to worry about the Cardinals in the red zone. Carlton Davis had an interception. Tristan Wirfs missed his 3rd straight game with a high ankle sprain. He was limited in practice and he was questionable, but no good. Julio Jones knee injury, Vita Vea calf injury, Jamel Dean toe injury, Carl Ness and pectoral were all inactive. And we will see tomorrow with the injury report if at least Vita Vea will be back. Cardinals coming off that ugly 24-15 loss at Denver. They lose Colt McCoy to a concussion. And then Trace McSorley comes in and throws. So Colt threw a pick, then Trace threw 2 more. They were 2 of 12 on 3rd down. McCoy is in concussion protocol. 13 of 21 McCoy was for 78 yards, and then Trace was 7 of 15 for 95 and 2 picks. DeAndre Hopkins caught 7 passes for 60 yards. Connor ran 16 times for 63 yards, caught 3 for 28. The defense did everything they could to keep him in it. J.J. Watt was a monster, 3 of the team's 7 sacks. They got 9 quarterback hits as a team, and Budda Baker had a pick. Is this too big of a line for the Buccaneers here against any team in the National Football League, or is this a moneymaker? Take it away, Andy.
It does sound like they're not rushing Colt McCoy back. They've signed another quarterback. They're not even like sure they're going to start McSorley. They might go a different direction. So I think it's way too many points, but I'm not excited about backing. I don't even know who's starting for the Cardinals at this point. If you're backing the Cardinals, I think you're putting some money on their defense. It's shown a little bit of life. It's been a bad defense for a couple years. They've tried to add some pieces through the draft. Not everything's worked out, but yeah, the Bucs looked good until they started turning the ball over. I don't know if a bad team like this should be laying this many on the road, but man, it could be like, I think they signed David Blah. Remember him?
Yeah. From the Lions.
Yeah, I'm double checking that, but it does not sound like Colt McCoy they're even thinking about starting him. So it could get really, yeah. I think they have, I'm not sure, maybe he was already on the team or he got elevated from the practice squad. I think David Blough is on this team too. So, yeah, he was recently signed. Oof, Purdue product. He's bad. Yeah, this pie guy says, "Oh fuck, he's bad." Yeah, we've seen him play a little for Detroit. I really want to bet Arizona, but man, if it's McSorley or worse, I have a hard time. I have a hard time doing it. So this would be a shitty Christmas present. Watch the Cardinals throw about 7 picks.
The Buccaneers first half -3 with no vig. That doesn't interest you?
I'm still not sold on the Bucs. Like we saw, it was a decent performance in the first half, but they haven't put games together yet. It's a bad coaching staff right now for Tampa Bay. These are two bad coaches. A team that when they can get Evans and Godwin going, the offense moves. When they find something outside of playoff Lenny in the run game, the offense moves a little, but they continue to make puzzling choices in game plans. So this is a no thanks. I don't think I'm gonna have a bet on Sunday. Everything's Saturday for me. And yeah, like I said, if you're making a bet, you're betting that the backup quarterback for the third string quarterback for Arizona doesn't F up too bad, and the Cards defensive line continues to play well. JJ Watt, Renaissance man, I guess, but yeah, no thanks on this one. We'll see if and Tampa losing this on the road would be wild for the division chase.
Buccaneers -3 at +100, but they're -6.5 at -110 for the full game. You know what, I don't, maybe I'm just falling into a trap. I'll have to spend more time into it, but it just feels like, how could they not be up against these bums? But I guess I'll need more time here because they're offering it to me with no vig. Feels like this hand's going to come out of the computer and slap me in the face.